Next, we'll move on to the concept of incomplete dominance. In the previous session, we studied about monohybrid cross. Okay, but it is not applicable to all the plant. It is not applicable to 100% of the plant. Some of the plant deviate from that law given by Mendel. And one such example is seen in a plant called as snapdragon. This plant generally produces two types of flower, red and white. Red is dominant in nature, white is recessive in nature. Now, if we apply monohybrid cross to this, we will come to know what exactly is incomplete dominance or deviation from Mendel's law. Let us study that. See now, parent. Okay, red flower is crossed with the white flower. Red flower is crossed with white flower. So now, as per its factor, they are pure form, they are homozygous. Red is dominant. So how do we symbolically represent the factor or the gene? Capital R, capital R. Red, capital R, capital R. And for white, small r, small r. Red is capital R, white is smaller, smaller. Okay, right. Now coming to their gametes. Okay, now in the first generation, F1, first filial generation, when these two come together, capital R, small r. Just recall our previous knowledge of monohybrid cross, capital T, small t. When this is the case, the plant becomes tall, we know that. The plant becomes tall. Why tall? Because though there is small t, which is responsible for dwarfness, capital T, that is a dominant gene, is there. So according to that, now what should be the color of the flower? Capital R is for red, small r is for white. So capital R means it should be red now, as per Mendel's law. But it will not happen. Here the thing is different. It will not happen. The flower will not be red. Then you may ask, then flower will be white? No. The flower becomes pink. Flower becomes pink, surprisingly. Not red, not white, pink. Now the question, why pink? Why pink color? As per monohybrid cross, as he explained, it should become red. Then white became pink. The reason is very simple. Actually, the dominant gene should suppress the recessive gene. It should dominate completely, but it fails to dominate completely. Instead of that, what it does, it dominates but incompletely. That's why it is called as incomplete dominance. Let us see what happens in the next generation when you go for self-crossing. Pink colored pink flower plant with the pink. Let us see what happens. Parent. Now this is considered as parent, right? Capital R, small r, capital R, small r. Gametes. Two types of gametes. No? Gamete with capital R and gamete with small r. Here, the gamete with capital R and gamete with small r. Right? Let us see now. Checkerboard. capital R, capital R, capital R, small r, capital R, small r, small r, small r. So this is red, flower becomes red, this becomes pink, pink, and this is white. So what is the phenotype ratio now? Phenotype ratio means red is to pink is to white. Red 1, pink 2, white 1. Now what about genotype? Capital R, capital R, capital R, small r, small r, small. Again the ratio is same. See? 1:2:1. So in case of incomplete dominance, phenotype and genotype ratio will be same. So what is incomplete dominance? When the dominant gene fail to suppress the recessive one completely, we call it as incomplete dominance, and this is one example of incomplete dominance.